Well, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I was up live in Annandale for their homecoming celebration. Good times were had by all. After we left the school here, we went down the street to the Thayer Hotel and Restaurant and sampled some of their absolutely amazing food. While visiting the Thayer, we learned there are all kinds of folks who think it's haunted.
Some guests claim to have witnessed an array of supernatural activity over the 100-plus-year history of the hotel. We were curious to learn more, so instead of one of us going up there, we decided to send Minnesota Live photojournalist Bill Middeke.
The Thayer Hotel is a restaurant and a hotel. We have 9 rooms on the second and third floor, and then the first floor is going to be our restaurant. Oh, and we also have some special guests as well. A lot of people are very interested in the ghost activity here. Hi, my name is Brian Krebsbach. I'm one of the co-owners of the Thayer Hotel in Annandale, Minnesota. This is our bar area. Some of the experiences the customers have witnessed in here are going to be these glasses will start shaking on them. There are trains that go through, and there are people who are like, well, is the train shaking? But no, in those situations, there was no train going through. Things just sometimes shake randomly. One of the theories behind the ghosts, a lot of people wonder where they come from, is a train wreck. Basically, 100 years ago, a lot of the passengers who were wounded in that train wreck ended up coming over here and getting medical attention, and a lot of them ended up dying while they were in the building. We've had a lot of sightings about little children, one of them staring at this tree over here, admiring it during the Christmas time. The interesting thing about that is there was no family here. The server asked, where did that family go? And there was no family in the building. It was just adults. A theory about who the ghosts might be are some of the original owners of the building, Caroline and Augustus Thayer. Rumor has it that if Gus likes you, he will leave you pennies in your rooms, usually in weird locations like on top of the sink or on top of your luggage, places where the pennies wouldn't normally just be. This is Crystal's Haunted Suite. This is the room where most people experience the most activity. One of probably the creepiest stories that I've heard since that we've been here is there was a couple sitting in this jacuzzi tub, and while they're in the tub, these glass French doors started to slowly close on them. Just basically like this. Once they ended up shutting, that was pretty much it for the customers. They ended up leaving that night, so they were pretty freaked out about that. One of the experiences that you'll have on the hallway is you'll hear keys jingling, you'll hear footsteps, people walking out here. Again, you'll hear laughter. Yeah, we did know it was haunted when we purchased it. It did give us pause originally, but we went with it anyway. We've kind of embraced it at this point. We love doing it. As you can tell, we get into the Halloween spirit, so we decorate. We do have fun with the place now.
Did you feel any supernatural?
It is the coolest space. It's really neat. They have it decorated and they also, I think they do it up for like Christmas time. And,
yeah.
I didn't get, at any point when I was in there, I didn't really get creeped out.
Yeah.
And I do from time to time. So and I took video of the whole thing, and I went back and looked at the video.
Like, you were mostly in the restaurant, but did you walk around?
No, I walked around. Took video of every room, and I went back and looked at it later, looking for some creepy stuff.
Ghost? Yeah.
I didn't see anything creepy. Nice people, though. Tell you that right now.
Well, if you're interested in learning out more about the ghosts and the hotel, it does have year-round ghost tours. They happen on the last Wednesday of each month.
So the hotel portion itself only open Friday and Saturday nights. You do have the option to request the room you want. So the room that has the most reported supernatural activity, room 305. 305. We'll put a link to
the one with the jacuzzi tub and the doors closing.
I think so. So we'll have a link to the Thayer Hotel on our website, minnesotalive.com.